Now, live from the Blind Ninja Studios in Western Wisconsin, a show with no purpose, hosted by experts at drinking, and they're almost definitely wearing pants. It's time for the Department of Offense. Welcome to episode 230 of the Department of Offense. I'm your host, Casey. Joining me as always is Carlo.
Always, as I'm just trapped down here.
Yeah, and Pete.
Hey,
Hey man, how you doing?
doing good.
Doing good, and we got some
Real good.
We got some stragglers coming down. We'll
They
press
are late.
them, right? So late, like 6 minutes late. I mean, not that I'm counting or anything. That wouldn't be like me at all.
So this is our second episode on Twitch, right?
Yes, but before we get into any of that, Carlos, we have some important business to take care of, mainly thanking our patrons. If you'd like to become a patron, head over to patreon.com/blindninjastudios and become a patron today. That's right, you can be awesome, like our patrons. And if you're going to do any Amazon shopping, head over to blindninjastudios.com, click on the Amazon link at the bottom of the homepage. Your Amazon shopping as normal, and we get a bit of a kickback from Amazon. It's pretty great. All right, so they're not quite ready yet. So, Pete, we're just going to kind of dive into you, man. What have you been up to
Oh,
this
perfect,
week?
because I did so much.
Did you?
No,
What do you mean? You didn't do much?
I didn't really
But you
do
just told me that
anything.
you did so much.
Was I here last week? No.
No.
There was Treehouse and Trillium and all that stuff.
Oh, that's right.
drink,
You're a
so-
bastard. That's...
Yeah.
I knew there was something. I knew there was some reason why I was mad at you. I just couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah, I couldn't pass those up, so we had a whole bunch of beers.
Understand.
Rare beers, so rare for here.
Rare for
But-
here. Rare for most places, except for Massachusetts, I think.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, no, but get back into playing Battlefield a bit. Playing that a lot.
All right.
Just working otherwise.
All right. Carlos?
Let's see. Not too much last week. Got my character ready for our new Twitch show.
Oh, I did that too.
Legend of Lothos.
Yeah, that starts
night.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or not
8
last
p.m. Central.
And we also did some board games last night. Was that last night? Night
No,
before.
that was the night
Friday,
before. There's
But
an entire
my days ran
missing day
together.
there,
night.
Carlos.
Yeah, that day's just missing for me for some reason.
Just an entire one. All right. And then also joining us are Rick and Lindsay.
Hey,
What?
you want to say a word?
No.
This is our first podcast.
Yeah.
It's adorable. Now, this mic was way fucked up when I got down here.
Well, it's because Matt kept dropping it.
Do you keep
Oh,
dropping
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Like, all of the, hair tie things that connect to it were all messed up,
Yeah.
way off.
He was proactive and drunk.
It was actually pretty entertaining.
No, it was definitely, super messed up. So I get here, I'm, trying to fix this thing. Yeah. What's up, man? What's up? You want to know what I've done this week?
I sure do.
We just got down from Lolo's in Hudson.
Oh, yeah?
Had a couple beers there. Some dude the bartender spilled a drink on my phone and bought me a free beer. That was cool.
Well, that's nice of him.
I mean, it wasn't like a little tiny piece of my phone got like a drop of water on it. It was fine, but he was like, "Can I buy you a beer?" And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, sure."
Yes, you
It's
can.
not a big deal, but if you
in
wanna
fact,
buy a
I
beer-
demand it now.
Yeah, exactly.
Put it up there all the time now. You're like,
Right,
don't
exactly.
spill on that.
But, oh,
Don't do
sorry,
that.
I put that underneath the drink you were just handling.
Oops.
No, so I mean, I don't know. Yeah, man, did that. Did a couple things. Haven't done a lot of exciting stuff this
Okay.
week.
All
So.
right.
Yep, hanging out with the lady. That's why she's here.
So you just drug her along to this? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, you were like, "Are you coming?" And we were hanging out, and I was like, I had to talk her into it for like a half hour. So come get on the mic. It's just-
Like,
no
just do it.
experience.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Just
she's
do
got
it.
no experience, so she's nervous about it, but she'll be fine.
Well, now she's nervous.
Well,
Well, you told
you
her
keep
that she
saying-
should be
Call me
nervous.
out.
Maybe you're the nervous one. You keep saying she'll be fine over and over and over again.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell her she'll be fine, Carlos.
There you said it again.
Carlos, why don't you shut your hole?
What if
So, Lindsay,
shut up?
what, do you want to say anything about yourself, or do you just kind of want to sit?
I mean, I guess I could say interesting things about myself.
Yeah, do some of
There
that.
you go. Do that.
Well, I have a degree in forensic science.
Ooh.
Just
So, hang
got-
on. How do I murder Carlos and get away with it?
All you have to do is walk
She can
CSI
help.
to
We
find
can't
that
talk
out.
about that in public. That's like
I
behind
mean,
closed doors.
hypothetically,
If someone were to,
Acid. Bathtub.
Carlos,
you've
But
seen
you
Breaking
gotta
Bad.
make sure you
if I
use
ever
the,
pour you a, or like get you a bath ready, don't get into it.
well, you gotta make sure you use the.
Don't. Number one, you don't warn him about not doing things to kill him.
You gotta choose. The,
I need to give him a sporting chance.
You also gotta.
If I just like put some Slim Jims over the bathtub, he'll fall in.
We all know that you're more likely to end up in his secret cellar freezers.
no,
than,
it's in the
Yeah.
attic
yeah, attic. That's what I meant.
because he keeps telling us that
But
there's
we
no
have
attic.
to.
There's no attic.
You gotta make sure you use the
Very
right type
adamant
of
about
acid,
that.
Casey, because you don't want to drop the damage the bathroom anymore. I don't think landlords would be happy if you like melted a hole through the floor.
Well, they wouldn't be unhappy.
Yeah, I think they would be unhappy actually.
No.
If you destroyed the floor, I think they would.
I mean, you're already
No.
not gonna get the deposit back.
Yeah. So I'm not like, what are they gonna do? Not give me less of my deposit back? Like,
They're already taking all of it. At this point, it's free.
all right. Well, that's cool. All right.
Yep.
Anything else? We could just kind
I
of.
think you know I went to Israel.
I do now.
Yeah.
I mean, I vaguely remember a phone call that Rick made while we were camping.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got certified in Israeli counterterrorism.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm dating a girl a lot more badass than I am. Is basically the story that's developing here.
Yeah, no, it's, but we already knew that.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
No, that's fact.
So wait, why? Why did you go to Israel to get trained in counterterrorism?
For school.
Just
It
like
counted- yeah.
that's a class.
It counted as two
like
classes.
it counted as credits and also because she could was
Yeah.
basically like the,
That
I got
makes
accepted.
sense.
I was the only one under, because they were all in master's programs, and I was the only one getting my bachelor's that got accepted.
How is the falafel in Israel?
Amazing. Shawarma, the best.
All right. See now we're getting somewhere.
Casey wants to know about the pancakes.
Wait, there's pancakes in Israel?
I don't. Are those similar? I feel like
Hey, actually, the
they're
really
similar.
big question is how are the bagels?
no.
No.
No, there were no bagels. But it's a land filled with Jews.
And they don't
There
eat
should just be
pepperoni.
delis everywhere.
No. We ordered Pizza Hut and asked for pepperoni, and they thought we were terrible people.
Well, that's because it's not kosher.
Oh, yeah, no.
obviously.
Yeah.
It was frowned
You
upon.
need to ask for lamberoni.
That's true.
You still
Lamb
can't mix your
roll
meat
lamb.
and cheese.
No.
Oh, you can't.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't
Yeah,
mix
that's
meat
true.
and dairy.
Yeah, so don't do it then.
Yeah, no cheeseburgers,
Nope.
Just burger.
just burger.
Or just a cheese sandwich.
Their vodka's good,
Grilled
though.
cheese.
Good cheese.
Really
It's more like Sambuca there, though.
interesting.
Mhm.
That sounds really good.
It was super good. And their beer, Gold Star.
Yeah, well, I don't think you can comment too much on beer because you thought it was terrible because it was
wa-
beer.
It was not good.
So
I tried it, but it wasn't good.
I was proud that you tried it, but I don't think you can comment on how good it is if you didn't like it.
Everybody else loved it.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Did everyone else drink Coors Light at home though?
Probably.
Like, yeah. You gotta take some things into consideration.
All right, let's see. What have I been up to since last week? Well, I went to a beer fest yesterday,
Yeah.
and I have a public service announcement that is really important.
Yeah.
If you are a commercial brewer or a home brewer who wants to be a commercial brewer, or actually just life advice in general, if you're bringing beer somewhere and it's infected, don't fucking pour it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, there is a brewery that will remain nameless, but they were pouring a porter that tasted like melted or like a burnt electrical tape.
Oh,
Awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
and so
That
they
sounds good.
so they knew it was infected. They kept serving it.
Yeah, they
Wha-
did. Well, I don't know if they knew it was infected, but it was obviously infected. Like, so they pour me a sample of it, and I'm like, there's something like burnt, almost smoky, a little off. And I was like, hey, what kind of, like, did you guys use like smoke malt or anything? Is this a smoked porter? Nope.
Have you tried your own beer?
So we went and got our brewer friend Mike, and we're like, hey, you need to try a sample of this. And he went up there and got a sample of it. He took one sip, and I've never seen a man walk away that fast. Yeah, it was rough, just rough.
I mean, you're gonna disclose the brewery to me afterwards, right?
Well, yeah, I'll tell you off Mike. I'm not gonna do it. I'm like, because I gave him a business card
that's fine.
to get him on the show.
That's fine.
So
what was the drinking festival you were at?
well, it was a drinking contest.
Drinking contest, right?
Because that's what beer festivals
They all are.
All right.
No, I went to the same one that we did last year for Dropkick Murphys. It's like a beer festival
Up in
and
Hinckley,
in
isn't it?
Hinckley, yeah, the Hinckley Casino. Also, casinos are depressing, just
Yeah.
incredibly depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I talk about that every time I come back from a casino.
Casino employees have a very high suicide rate.
Yeah,
Something that I learned when I worked at a casino.
that's even more depressing.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense because casinos are depressing, and then they work there in a depressing environment.
So you're
Like,
saying that they should just hire sociopaths, then, right?
well, I'm
Well,
sure
because they're not
some
going to get depressed about other people losing their money constantly.
I don't think you can preferentially hire sociopaths.
I don't
legally.
see why not.
I don't think that that's legal.
Well, you can't. Yeah, you can't ask in the interview, "Are you a sociopath?" Because like,
Well, what do you propose? Like they hire a bunch of psychiatrists to do their hiring?
you just put out a
Hey,
recommendation for
Hooters gets
hiring
away with a
sociopaths.
very limited hiring profile.
No, that's because they call them models, though.
See, then you hire sociopathic models.
I don't.
There you go.
Okay, I'm not sure how that would. I don't think you can.
Loopholed.
I don't think that works, but
I think it
Okay.
does. I think it does.
Yeah, if it's a loophole, it's definitely going to work for sociopaths, right?
I mean, sociopaths need jobs too. That's really
Yeah.
what it boils down to.
I think-
My dad's worked for his whole life.
There's only so many CEO positions in America.
What?
There's only so many CEO positions in America open.
No, I'm not. I'm thinking that we don't really need to help sociopaths get jobs because they're pretty good at getting exactly what they want. That's why they're sociopaths.
Yeah, but nobody looks out for them.
no one needs to. They literally only look out for themselves and fuck everyone else. That's why they're
That's
successful.
not the world I want to live in. I want to live in a world where we look after and take care of our sociopaths.
We just help our Trumps out then, or what?
Yeah, I mean, like they're big league. They gotta get up there. We gotta put them in office. It's gonna be
Also,
great.
more of a narcissist, really.
True.
He's definitely a sociopathic.
Oh yeah,
narcissist.
but mostly narcissist.
Oh, he's a combined. Like,
He is
they're-
both.
They're very hand in hand.
He is also orange. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but I feel like it
It
needs to be
doesn't.
said.
It's a good way to attack someone without having any knowledge of what's wrong with them.
But he's orange.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think he eats a lot of carrots?
No, I think he does a lot of tanning, like
I
fake
don't
tanning.
know.
Yeah, I saw the episode of Magic School Bus where Arnold ate a bunch of carrots and turned
I
orange.
did too, actually. I
There
know
was also
exactly
an
what you're
episode of
talking
House
about. Oh yeah,
where-
there
yep.
was. Yep.
where a guy was orange.
Yeah.
Well, the guy
And
shouldn't have-
his diagnosis was his wife was cheating on him.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember that. And he was eating too many carrots.
All right.
They're unrelated, but both are happening.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Besides that, we got ready for, or we did a bunch of preparations for the Legends of Lothos launch tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central.
yeah.
So make sure you check that out. We got a new light.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
I was just
sweet.
looking at the new light.
Dude, when you turn all the other ones off, it's
What's
pretty chill.
Yeah.
It's a
I
cool
like it.
looking new light.
Yeah, Matt put together a bunch of like Facebook banners and stuff, and put together the new Lothos
Yeah,
emblem.
Matt has been working away on that thing. Like,
Yep.
that looks great.
And I took all the
Oh,
work
good.
Matt did and just made little tiny banners on Twitch. I put a lot of work in those.
Yeah.
Carlos
he knocked him out in
stole
like
someone
5
else's
minutes.
work and
It
did it
took
well.
Claimed
me-
it as his own.
It took
All
me
right.
an hour because it took me 30 minutes to relearn how to use the GIMP processor
Oh,
program.
the photo editor.
Yeah, the
Carlos
photo
keeps a
editor.
gimp
I'm out
tied
here.
up to do his image
No idea.
stuff.
It's
Keeps
Photoshop
himself
except
a little
free
Tyrian.
because I didn't feel like
Yeah.
pirating
No, that's an
Photoshop
imp.
Oh, that's what I thought we were.
because I'm an
going with that.
adult and I don't
A
have to
GIMP,
Photoshop.
like a
An
crippled
adult.
person.
Don't have to
then?
pirate
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay.
When you were at the thing yesterday, what band played?
The Jayhawks.
Yeah, you sent me a Snapchat and I didn't like it.
I didn't like it either.
What kind
When
of
I was
music
there.
was it?
Is that why you sent it?
Yeah,
Because it was not good.
I did not like it.
Okay.
I was not having fun.
Wasn't it the Jayhawks though?
Oh, the Jayhawks in the old 97s.
Okay.
yeah.
What kind of music was it?
They're pretty popular.
Alt country
Yeah.
is
Oh.
what it's defined as.
All right.
I don't know. I stopped paying attention after the first beer.
All right.
Fair.
Yep. But yeah, no, I don't know. Like I'm sure it was. I'm sure they played fine. I just did not care for the music. So I was like,
That's fair enough, homie.
yeah. So it was no Dropkick Murphys. I will say because that was a lot of fun.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah. They're possibly coming back. We will see. So that would be good.
I like Dropkick.
So I say they gotta do Dropkick every other year. They gotta lower your expectations with alt country, and then come back with Dropkick.
Yes.
That'd
make,
be
make you
stupendous.
real sad, and then like just like through the roof, be like, yeah, we're gonna do Rush this year for whatever reason, and force Rush out of retirement just so I can see them.
Or you clone Rush,
Carlos, how dare you? You cannot clone Rush.
but then you can listen to Rush perform live for the rest of your life.
Let's clone Rush. I like
Alright.
this plan. All right, Pete, we got a beer, right? You want to start?
Oh, yeah,
doing that
dude.
beer. Ski
What do you
thing?
got there, dude?
Yeah, it's Mirror Universe by Fair State. It's the
Does that mean
interfacic
it's
Rift.
sour?
No, it's double dry hopped, double IPA,
Oh,
hazy.
because Fair State likes to do a lot of sour stuff. I know.
Mirror Universe, huh?
Did you see our Fair
Yep.
State son?
Yeah, I saw last
It's
year,
even got
wasn't
the
it?
flashing stars
Yeah.
in there, so like it's gonna be referencing Star Trek.
Well, thank you.
You can just try a sip out of mine.
Perfect.
Carlos?
She's gonna hate this, but
I'm not gonna hate this.
I am not either. Double dry hopped
Smells
IPA.
good.
I'm gonna love this.
Yep.
Oh,
All
that
right.
looks amazing. That is hazy as balls and amazing looking. Oh, that
All right,
is
Pete, we're gonna start with you, man.
Well, I haven't tried it yet, so you're gonna be waiting a minute.
bubbly.
Ooh, that's good. Apparently, it's
Ooh.
like over 8%, but
She smells juicy.
A little more here.
that's all you, man.
Oh yeah. All right, man. I mean, if you say so.
Now, what kind of beer was this? A double
You can
dry
wait.
hopped IPA.
They talk
Yep.
about it.
Yeah, it's got 2-row with some oats, and then for hops, it's Strata Citra Lupulin powder.
Yeah, try it.
Oh, they're using the hop powder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're canning it starting this week or next week or something, which is pretty awesome. Not this one, the regular. This is the
Just the regular Mirror
The
Universe,
interfacic
not the
rift or whatever, yeah.
interfacic rift.
Yeah. Yep. It's good.
It's
She
a fun
does-
game.
She does not like it.
It smells really good.
All right. So yeah, good aroma, Pete. Good.
Yeah,
good
great
taste.
aroma.
Carlos.
For being double dry hopped, I was expecting to get smashed in the mouth with hops in the taste more.
Well, I am.
I don't know, like it just doesn't seem like the hop it's like super
Well,
hoppy.
are you looking for like bitterness or flavor? Because it has a ton of flavor.
Oh, it has the
a
flavor.
crap load of flavor.
Well,
It
that's-
does,
but
doesn't
that's
have
what
the
dry hopping does.
doesn't have the
The bitterness comes from like in the boil. It's not during the dry hopping. Dry hopping gives a lot of flavor, but not a lot of bitterness.
I'm so happy Rick actually fucking
See?
learned something.
I've learned so much. No, like dry hopping doesn't impart a ton of bitterness. It imparts a lot of flavor. So that's where you're confused.
all right.
And also, this is more of like a northeast style,
Yeah.
like that hazy, like
Yep.
soft bitterness.
And not at all like the
big
West
mouthfeel.
Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, West
exactly.
Coast is hard bitterness and big hop flavors.
Well,
This
either
is
way,
more
this
soft.
is definitely good though.
Yeah.
Like I could drink a lot of this really easily.
Yeah.
Rick.
So a lot of like citrus in the aroma, tons of it. As Pete was reading, like with the oats, I can taste that. That's something that's not normally in this style, I don't think. And it's definitely contributing a really cool mouthfeel to it. A little bit fuller mouthfeel than I would expect from a beer of this style. Lots of like citrus in the flavor. like plenty of that. A little bit of grassiness from the dry hopping, but it works really well with the rest of it. I think overall this is a solid, super solid beer. Like,
Super solid.
really well done, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Like it's that classic Northeast style, or New England style, however you wanna. It's that any IPA, where it's like super soft on the palate. It's almost like juice-like.
Yeah.
Very creamy.
Trying to get-
Man, the aroma, like it's citrus and tropical fruit. Like there's just like a hint of mango in there.
Yeah, for
one
being
Gotta do 3.
was it 8.3 per ABV?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. This does not taste 8.3%. This is a sneaky bastard.
I mean, I could drink a lot of this, like really easily.
Yeah.
All right.
With the shades.
Definitely with the
Oh,
shades.
she's sneaky. What do you think of this, Lindsay?
It's not the worst beer you've made me try.
But
It's not bad.
That's
best
good.
either.
No, it's not terrible.
Well, she was nodding along with a couple of the things, like
I
the
like-
citrus
yeah.
stuff. Yeah. So she could at least taste some of the stuff.
Okay.
Do you have
I'm
another
getting
bottle
it.
of this down here?
No.
Carlos just wants.
So
to
I don't
get
think there's any.
plowed.
I don't think there's really any more of these. There's probably a couple out there, but they didn't
Yeah.
do a ton of them.
Pete, man,
No,
you,
it's good.
you want to give me a number?
Yeah, I'll do a 9. I really
9?
like it. Yeah.
Nineski? Carlos.
I'm gonna give it 8.5.
I think I'm gonna go with a 9 too. This is solid.
Lindsay, we scored out of 10 on personal preference.
1 through 10. So it's totally up to you. If you
Well,
think.
okay, I would
you
say
obviously-
6. Because, I mean, it's not terrible
Okay.
compared to the things
That's
that
a
I've
that's
drank.
a pretty good score.
For me,
No,
it's
that's
pretty good.
better than what Rick gives beers that he doesn't like.
Yeah.
He's like,
I
this is a
give him
sour,
like a-
immediately 1.
I
I
give him like a
love
1 or a 2.
sours.
She does.
Sours are awesome.
I give him like a 1 or a 2. Like I'll go way down. Like I think it sucks. I don't like it. It's totally based on personal preference.
Oh, let's say even the one at the Thirsty Pagan?
The rhubarb one or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, it was terrible. It was sour.
Goodness gracious.
I've
We're
warmed
working
up
on
on
that sour
sours.
palate. Yeah.
Yeah,
The couple that
Casey's,
we've brewed.
Casey's fixed me a little bit on sours,
I'm
but
working on
still,
it.
it's still not for me.
All right. I'm going to give this a 9. This is a solid 9. This is very good.
Yeah,
Very, very good.
real solid.
All right.
So that's like an average of like 8.9.
And now the Department of Defense presents news with Casey.
That's me.
Every week.
Owen Wilson is very popular on the internet for the way he pronounces the word wow.
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 And now he's drawing large crowds of people together to mimic him.
That's
Last weekend, hundreds of people gathered in Australia to say wow in
Wow.
unison in the actor's style.
Wow.
Wilson has said the word in a range of contexts during his movie career, and some have even created a series of compilation videos of him saying wow across his filmography.
Wow.
It's also become the subject of many memes. The Say Wow Like Owen Wilson event was held at
Wow.
Federation Square in Melbourne, where it was
wow.
organized by Nicholas Zumbolis, who told The Independent that ultimately I just really want to put some positive energy, as Owen likes to say, out into the world.
wow.
Zumbolis continued, in these times I think something as silly as getting together and saying wow can have a positive effect, and I'd like to see everyone come together. If I can remind people this that this world we are lucky to inhabit is beautiful, and to embrace that like Owen does in his movies by saying wow, then I'll
Wow.
be happy.
Wow.
Are you gonna play it?
Oh,
Do we have a
wow.
clip?
I do not have a clip.
I
you
think
have
we
a
can
clip,
all
Pete?
do it.
I'm gonna pull up a clip.
You pull up a clip.
Wow.
So now this thing has caught on, and the next scheduled Wow Like Owen Wilson event is taking place in London on March 11th.
Wow.
And there's one in Chicago happening.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Pete, do we have a wow?
No,
Wow.
it's just articles.
Pete, how are you not finding a wow real quick?
Well, because it has a bunch of other bullshit with it, you know.
No, you just gotta.
We just gotta do
YouTube,
wow
man.
compilation on YouTube, and then just like wait for the ad to pass by, and then you pump up the volume, and we just get a bunch of wows.
Yeah, dude.
That's what I thought I was doing. Is the first hit too, and it was like,
You know, maybe you should do a remix, like just mix up a music of nothing but the wows.
I don't know how you're messing this up so much, Pete.
All right. You know, it doesn't
trying
matter.
to find the actual event here, Rick.
We're gonna.
Oh,
we're
you're
gonna-
trying to
Why
find
don't
the
you
fucking
event.
pull it up, man.
I got you. You're trying to find the event.
There's a lot of anger going on right now, so we're gonna move on to the next news
Yeah,
story.
we're moving
Oh no,
on.
this is supposed to be about positivity.
Wow.
There's no
Yep.
more sound. For
Wow.
That was
What's
pretty good.
That was pretty shit, Rick.
That's pretty shit, Rick.
Wow.
There you go.
It's gonna be our honeymoon. Wow.
All right, that's good, man. That's good.
All right.
Wow.
we're fucking done now.
Well, Pete wasn't pulling it up. I wanted to find
He
it.
was fine trying to find the event, man.
I was trying to
I
find the-
got you. I didn't know
I
that's
wanted
what
to
he was
hear
trying to
thousands
do.
of people saying, "Wow."
Wow.
It was
guys.
a pretty cool event video. Wow.
All right.
All right. An accused burglar in Dunwoody claims he was just practicing his ninja skills when he broke into a Target store. Christopher Adkins was arrested after the alarm company spotted a man forcing his way into a rear delivery door in the middle of the night. Police caught up with Adkins near the store on Perimeter Center Place. Officers said he admitted to breaking into the Target because he was learning how to enter secured areas as a ninja.
Now,
Police said the man told officers he got the idea after reading the manga Naruto, Volume 5, where the main character must learn to enter a secured area.
now was now,
But
if
he
he was,
successfully did so.
if
So
he
I
was
mean,
high, I believe him 100%. If he's not high, he's just lying.
Just like, dude, I'm a ninja.
Yeah.
he was successful though. Like so, obviously,
he got
No,
caught.
he was not successful. He got caught.
but he got in, did he not?
Yeah, but he got in detected. I think the goal is to go in undetected.
Well,
Ninjas don't get
oh,
detected.
yeah, that's fair. I'm just saying, for a first try, not bad.
I'm just saying he's a shit ninja.
For a first try, though,
I mean, yeah, but
he's practicing. He's not doing it for real
his
yet.
first try, he should have tried a maybe less secure area like a Walmart.
I was
That's
Yeah,
open
that's true.
24/7.
Or maybe
That's
like
true.
where you
try
can just walk in the front door.
Definitely a
or
Walmart.
practices like practice using grappling hook or something like that.
It was a secured area. I walked in the front door.
The greeter didn't say hello.
They welcomed me even.
Or he could have walked into the Walmart dressed in like Walmart employee uniform and then just seen how that went.
Nobody knew I was a ninja.
What's next?
All right.
Carlos is done with that story.
Apparently,
Where's the
we're
belt?
moving on to something new. Police arrested an Oregon man this week who they say kidnapped 3 Jimmy John's employees, then tried to steal an elderly woman's car after he was mistaken for a Mormon missionary. The strange series
a lot
of events
stuff happening right there.
began about 11 p.m. on Tuesday at a Motel 6 when Matthew Owen Reniff tried to rob an employee with a big stick or metal pole for her car keys. The employee was able to lock herself in a back room and call 911. Reniff, age 40, then ran to Jimmy John's. When an employee walked outside, Reniff acted like he had a gun and told the victim to get on the ground or he would shoot him. The suspect then stole his car keys and forced him into the back of the car. 2 employees who heard the commotion walked outside and were greeted by Reniff, threatened with being shot. And forced into the back of the vehicle. When all 3 men were in the car, Reniff got into the driver's seat and asked where the good water was.
The good water.
The good water. Yep.
So Reniff was high as shit.
Reniff was having some problems.
Did he actually have a gun? Or he just
No,
threatened to shoot
he
him?
acted like he did
He
from
did.
the story.
He just pretended. When the men told him the good water was inside the store, police say Reniff got out of the car to go inside. After he did that, the three men took the car keys, got out of the vehicle, and ran. Reniff ran inside the Jimmy John's and stole bread and a drink. Not a water.
Not a water.
Not a water. He took a soda.
So he was looking for the good water and then got a soda.
Yep.
So wait, how did he get his cup though? Like, did he ask for, hey, can I get a cup of water and fill
No,
up soda like a bastard?
I feel like he just stole a cup.
Yeah, Carlos, at the point that he already stole bread and was kidnapping people, I don't think he asked for water and then filled it up with soda like a sneaky bastard.
Right. He then ran to an apartment building behind the restaurant. Once the suspect was there, he knocked on an elderly female's glass porch door. The elderly female believed it was the Mormon missionaries because that's how they come to visit her, is at that door. As soon as the woman unlocked the door, the man barged into the house. The suspect then stole her car keys and stole a Gatorade from her fridge. This is a really thirsty dude.
He's very thirsty. This dude smoked a lot of weed and has severe cotton mouth. Like,
Did he at least stop and talk to the old lady that was apparently lonely and talk to Mormon missionaries?
yeah, she unlocked the door for missionaries. She's definitely got problems of her own.
Reniff went outside to try to steal the woman's car, but couldn't get inside it, police say. The vehicle has a special way to start it, and when it gets cold, the driver's side door is hard to open, which was unknown to the suspect. After Reniff was unable to take the car, police say he returned the keys to the woman and ran off.
Or at least he returned
Like,
the
at least
keys.
he's, like, considerate.
Yeah. Could have thrown her a couple bucks for the Gatorade, but all right.
A short time later, officers spotted him and arrested him. At the time, Reniff was carrying more than $5,200 in cash and a plane ticket back to Oregon.
So he had plenty of money to give her.
Wait, why
for
did
the
an old
Gatorade.
lady have Gatorade in her fridge?
What? Why? Carlos, why is that your question? Why, after all of this, why is that your only question?
I mean, was that Gatorade like 5 years old, 6 years old? That was like
Why?
for
Who
like when the grandkids
cares?
visited or something.
Why is that your question? This man did so many weird things, and your question is, why does the old lady have Gatorade?
It's
Well, it's
a
not something
valid
you see
question.
every day.
Yeah.
The electrolytes, probably.
Yeah, I mean, she gives it to the Mormons.
So maybe.
She's like, oh, you guys
Gives
look
it to the
parched.
Mormons.
You
walking
guys
in the
look
heat.
parched. Would you like some electrolytes?
It's very strange.
what
that
Mormons
that's your
crave.
first
It's
question.
It's expired, but it's still good.
All right. He told officers he made $2,000 that day, or he made $2,000 a day selling marijuana. He allegedly told.
That's what I
There you
thought.
go.
He allegedly told police he was addicted to methamphetamine and hadn't slept in 5 days.
All right, yeah, that sounds accurate.
Reniff voluntarily apologized, stating that people were chasing him and he had money, but no one was willing to give him their car. Reniff's behavior was erratic and reminiscent of drug-induced paranoia. With the seriousness of the crimes he was arrested for and the short amount of time they were committed, I believe he poses a substantial danger to the public and should not be released from the Salt Lake County Jail until he is able to go to court for the crimes committed.
He probably doesn't pose a threat as long as they keep him away from meth.
And the good water.
The good water. Yeah.
I'm just imagining he's at the glass door like hammering and he's like, do you know about the good water? And she's like, oh, is that kind of like the good book? She's probably a Mormon.
She's probably totally lost.
Good
Like,
water.
the good water,
Got some
it must
Gatorade.
match the good book. I shall let this prophet in. Never mind, I'm going to steal a Gatorade in your car. I'm out of here.
All right, well that is not what I expected.
Well, here's
Also,
your-
I can't open your car door. So here's
the keys back, and now I run off.
Also, there's a bunch of Jimmy Johnson plays locked in a store. All right. This afternoon, Hoosiers began buying alcohol on Sundays for the first time since Prohibition. The monumentous occasion comes after Governor Eric Holcomb signed a bill Wednesday that legalized carry-out alcohol sales on the day of rest. The law went into effect immediately. Grocery, liquor, and convenience stores will now be able to sell alcohol from noon to 8 p.m. Legislators say the shorter hours are a nod to liquor stores, which only have to add a single 8-hour shift. Governor Holcomb was among the first in the state to take advantage of the new law, buying beer at Goose the Market. Businesses across the state have been scrambling to prepare for the change. They've updated work schedules and ensured they have enough employees to open their doors. So yeah, no, that's pretty exciting. Good job, guys. You are welcome to the 21st century. It's
Where's that at?
Pretty great. Hoosiers would be Indiana.
Yeah, Indiana. All right. Yeah, we've been doing that for years, but cool.
Yeah, well, Minnesota just did it this past year.
Yeah, minute. Well, why are you looking at me like that? We're in Wisconsin right
Yeah.
Oh,
now.
I'm from Minnesota.
Yeah, but we've been doing it for
Yeah,
years.
no, we've been
You
doing it
haven't.
right for years.
I know.
Wait, and you're from Wisconsin, so
I know,
like
but
we've been
when I
doing
first
it. Right.
moved here, it was terrible. I went to the liquor store on Sunday during a Packer game.
Yeah, how'd that work out for
Doors
you?
were locked.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
we've been
like-
doing it for years, and like everyone else is now suddenly being like, Wisconsin's doing it right, and we're like, well, no shit.
Yeah.
We can get drunk on Sunday too.
And you can,
Yep.
and you can buy your beer at like a grocery store
Mm-hmm.
and a gas station.
And it doesn't
And-
have to be like 3.5%.
Actually, now that I think about it, probably the main reason they're switching over to buying stuff on Sundays is probably because of football players. because their games are on Sundays.
Carlos,
'Cause of
the games
football
have been on
players.
Sundays.
Yeah, forever.
For-
Yeah,
Forever.
but like now they know like we really need beer and like we gotta push this through.
Well, Carlos, we've always needed
Yeah,
that.
but
Like,
Carlos, NFL viewership is down.
yeah,
So why would that change
That's
now?
a good point.
yeah, because Collins
Maybe they're
have
trying
it.
to. Maybe NFL's trying to raise viewership by getting more people drunk.
Maybe.
I think people just want to get
I-
drunk on Sundays too.
Yeah, that's all it is.
And they don't buy it
people
early.
want to get drunk every day of the week, and you were stopping that for one. And like
not
1
cool,
out of
man.
7 is not cool.
Not cool. That is uncouth.
That was the problem.
You just can't do that.
But we never did it in Wisconsin because everyone was like, "That's a joke. They'll just make their own." Like, so we're not even gonna.
They
try.
will break down the liquor store.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I still don't understand like why you can't like in some states they can't sell beer out of the grocery store or the gas
well,
station.
there's a lot of weird rules, especially
Or,
if you
like-
go over to like Utah, and like because of the Mormons, like they have so many weird rules as far as alcohol. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, you can't. So in Utah, you have to buy food. Actually, it's the same
Yeah.
thing in Oregon too.
Yep.
You have to buy, you can't just be served a beer.
Right.
You have to be served beer and food.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
Wait for that. Is that
No,
for
that's
every
like-
beer or just for you have to have one order of food and then you can have as much beer as you want?
No.
Well, my uncle was telling me because he lived in Salt Lake City in the 80s because he was in the army, and he was telling me that in the 80s at a gas station you could buy beer, but it was 3.5% maximum, and you had to buy more than $20 in gas, or no, like $10 in gas, because it was like a full tank is today, but back then it was a lot cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, like you had to buy a full tank of gas to be able to buy beer now. Like you had to qualify your beer purchase with gas.
Yeah, no. So you can drink and drive.
Right. Like they had all kinds of weird rules. Like you still can't
Well, yeah.
buy
At Utah,
alcohol
they
without
also
food.
have they have an ABV limit on draft beer. I think it's like 4.5%.
Right.
Is all you can have on draft.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like
yeah.
over there, like we are actually pretty fortunate where we're at. Like Wisconsin has absolutely no alcohol laws.
Oh no, it's incredible. Like instead of lemonade stands, kids have beer stands. Like
Like I mean, as far as like like commercial beer goes and like distributors and stuff, there gets to be some shitty laws there. Like
But that's
if
just the
you're a
tap room league.
producer of it, but that's everywhere. But as far as the consumer goes, we're a very consumer friendly state, and we're pretty lucky to have that because we have like some pretty relaxed laws. We've always been able to buy beer on Sundays. Like we can buy beer until midnight in some towns. Like it's not a state thing that you have to close at 9. Like River Falls is awesome because we don't have the ordinance. So yeah, it's a pretty good place.
yeah.
For beer drinkers.
I was listening to a podcast with that had a Wyoming or a Montana brewer on, and he said that they're limited to selling or like they can only give a single patron 3 pints per day.
Yeah.
Oh
Like, that's all they can serve.
Can they like walk out like and come back in with like a fake mustache and try again?
Carlos, they still have the same ID.
Well, do they? They don't have to ID everybody, right?
Yeah, of course they do.
No,
Yeah,
they-
Carlos, you have to be ID'd in order to buy alcohol in this country.
no. Like that's only like you're. They check if like they think you might be below 21.
Okay, Carlos, what do you think per person per day means?
Well, you put a mustache on, and they didn't ID you. What if
Is
you?
there some confusion in the English here?
All right. What if you changed to wore a different color shirt too? So like it kind of maybe would throw
It's
them off.
not per
Carlos,
disguise per day.
I want to ask you, Carlos, do you legitimately think if you change your shirt, you're a different person now?
No, like I think it might.
Well,
Like,
if you put a fake mustache on, you are.
if you
I
do
just want to
both
make
those
sure
things,
you don't think that.
if you do both those things, maybe like
If you
they
put a
let it
fake
go.
goatee on, you're the evil twin.
Yeah.
So you can just
The
walk in.
IRS tells Carlos he owes $4,000, and he says, "Nope, change my shirt."
I'm
Put a
not
mustache
Carlos.
on.
I'm evil.
I changed my shirt and
Carlos.
I moved to Utah. They'll never get me now.
Like, it's still per person. Like you're still the same guy.
Yeah, no, I'm just
Carlos,
a Mormon now, but-
I believe that if you had 3 beers, then went and got a sex change, and then went back in, I think that'd be fair for them to
I
allow,
think
to
if
be
you get
allowed
a
to
sex
serve you 3
change,
more.
it's not going to be the same day. It's probably going to be a different
But
day.
that's exactly what I'm saying. That's pretty much the only circumstance where you're a different person now.
Carlos, I think you might be onto something though. Like, what if you dressed as a woman and then went in?
You're still the same person, though.
But what if you have a stage
So
name?
What if you have a split personality?
So you're talking about, like, being able to get away with it. I'm talking about legally what actually is a different person.
Well, I mean, legally, a different person is a different person.
That's exactly what I'm
So
saying.
if you identify as a different person,
Well, now you're talking about identifying.
I think
What if
you're
you
actually
decided
not
to?
different,
What
you're
if you
just
wanted to buy
identifying
beer
differently.
for your dog, but then you drank the beer that was for your dog?
person.
Because it's different. But there's not a limit on animal beers, right?
I mean,
Carlos, you...
All right.
All right.
Well,
all
we're
right.
going with the
Hey,
we're going with the Airbud rules.
Airbud rules.
Airbud
Let's
rules.
just say that Carlos found a loophole and let him have it. Who cares?
Ain't no rule.
No, yeah, we're going with Airbud rules.
What was the article about?
Oh, how Indiana can sell beer on Sunday now?
Oh, that's great. That's great.
I like Airbud rules. This is gonna work.
Yeah.
There's
Sure.
no law saying a dog can't buy beer.
Sure, I don't care. That's fine. Carlos found a loophole. Whatever. I'll let him have the loophole.
It was a group effort. We had to find a way.
And now that we've done that, we should talk about a discussion
Yeah.
topic for the day.
All right.
Because I have a feeling loopholes are gonna be a big part of this
Yeah,
somehow.
probably.
So, in like when you're playing D&D, you're always in like a town and like visiting a tavern or whatever. You're trying to find armor and whatever, going to shops and stuff. But if you were not a hero in that world, what business would you want to run? That is what I want to know. And Carlos, we're going to start with you because I'm pretty sure it's going to be goddamn ridiculous.
All right. Well, I already know I'm a sneaky type apparently because like I sneak up on Rick all the fucking time. He just can't. So it's got to be some sort of sneaky
Carlos, that's
position.
because you move like a cat and it doesn't make any sense.
So I think
Yeah. He definitely.
you need a bell.
No, he's not talking about
I'm
D&D. He's talking about
6'2".
real life, where Carlos will just be suddenly behind me, and I'm easily startled. So I will freak the fuck out because Carlos is just there.
I'm 6'2". There's
Carlos-
only so much.
Somehow you're quiet as shit, though.
There's a reason I keep leaving things in your path because I know you don't look down.
And you'll
it's
trip
just so I
over
can
it.
hear you coming.
But anyways,
He's gonna start putting bells all over the place.
so I think so I need something like some kind of underworld type job. So I think I need to be the shady vendor. Every time you got
Is that trademarked now? Like,
yeah, well, you got a D&D party in a tavern, and they got some goods you gotta sell or buy, and they need to look for somebody who like is operating a little bit outside the law, and that's me, the shady vendor. I will buy their pilfered goods and resell them elsewhere. I'll also sell them goods that are probably against the law.
Carlos, it's not a business plan.
It's a
Carlos
great
is
That's
business
a
gonna
plan.
run-
criminal enterprise.
I don't have to pay. And you know what? Since all not lawful at all, I don't have to pay taxes.
At the very least, he's running a shady swap meet.
Like, you've basically made a flea market.
But like a real shady one.
real
We're like,
shady.
we're not gonna check any
Yeah, no,
source.
like I said, a flea
He's
market.
got a pawn shop.
Oh, yeah, you're a
He's
pawn
got
shop.
a
And
shady
the thing
pawn
is,
shop.
I can overcharge for everything because they're asking for, oh, we need some poison. Well, I got some poison.
Yeah,
And
it's
I-
a pawn shop.
But
It's
also-
a pawn shop for sure.
Also,
Carlos.
supplying to adventurers, they don't know the value of money.
No, the
they'll
prob-
pay a gold for mugs of ale. Like, they don't know.
No, here's your problem with supplying adventurers. Do you know how many times you're going to get threatened or intimidated or just beat up?
Oh, but that's the best part. When they threaten you, you drop the price by half, which is still a massive amount of money you're still going to make because you're overcharging a massive amount.
I mean, his model fits modern day pawn shop. Just back in those days. So I mean, it's fair.
I kind of want to watch like that episode of Pawn Stars. Like,
D&D Pawn Stars Carlos edition.
Like it might be a good idea. Like during the day, have like an actual storefront, and then at night hit the tavern and be the shady corner.
Carlos, but you're in a small town. Everyone knows you.
Yeah.
And the law in the town knows you.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you may as well just keep your shady shop open. At
I don't
night.
know. As long as I just probably have to pay bribes to the tavern person, like when they send people my way.
What about the cops?
Yeah,
They're
you probably
guards,
just have to-
Casey, in a
bribe
D&D
them.
world.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What about the guards?
They're crooked as hell.
Yeah, they're entirely also like ignorant too.
Like derp 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 derp.
Pretty
And-
much.
And
Like,
if one of them, if there's like a really shady hero character that's coming for me for something, I up the value as like, hey, take care of this guard specifically.
if you want an example, look at Percy. Like,
Percy was not crooked.
I'm not saying Percy was crooked.
And he
Percy
was
was
also-
ignorant.
He was also not incompetent. He was very good at his job.
No, he
you
wasn't.
just took advantage of it, you asshole.
You all took
All right,
advantage
now
of
it's getting
personal.
personal. Abraham says abs. Shut up.
You guys all took advantage of Percy.
Yeah,
Like,
because Percy was
He
dumb.
murdered a man.
I know.
Oh, I'm sorry. What happened to the library?
Don't worry about that. That wasn't me. That was Kazariel.
We're not talking about real life, by the way. Everybody listening, we're talking about a D&D game.
Yeah, you're
just
Nobody
talking
burned any
sword.
Nobody burned any libraries in real life. Nobody murdered anybody in real life.
I don't know that.
Yeah, somebody has, but your talking sword did that. That's right.
Yeah.
So
he
yeah,
did.
So yeah,
I
I would
told
be
you.
I'd be the shady vendor. So that's my
Shady
position.
vendor.
All right, Rick.
I think I would run a hotel.
Like just be like an innkeeper or
An innkeeper, but I'd run like a nice one because, as we've seen in our campaigns, like once your heroes get money, they don't care. They'll spend 5 gold on a room, like they don't give a shit. And 5 gold in the D&D universe is a lot of money.
You need like
Like-
1 gold to live for a month.
Yep.
Right, exactly. And I like in the one that I ran, like the Refton, I charged you guys 3 gold a room for a standard room and 5 gold for a nice one.
Which is outrageous, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, I know it is. But you also had an outrageous amount of money.
Yeah, but you know, if we want to keep our tax bracket, like we can't just spend willy nilly like that.
Okay. But that's what I do. Like your adventurers will give just money. They'll just hand money out. Because if you have the nice hotel, you might be one of 2 options, if not the only option that the GM gives you. So I'm looking at this a little bit meta, but also
So what you're doing is you're paying off the GM.
No, but I'm looking at this so when you look at this logically from like a GM standpoint, you have the nice hotel and the shitty one, and you let them choose which one they want to do.
Anyways,
Everyone always picks the nice hotel after the first mission because they have a little bit of money, and then you charge them an outrageous amount of money for a room, and they're just like, well, here's that much gold
Besides,
because we got like 3,000 gold
Also,
in the
like,
last mission or
clean
whatever.
up for
like,
on a room after adventurers have come by is gonna be expensive because like there's gonna be
Yeah,
blood, like old gore that they washed off their clothes and wiped
Well,
off
that
mud.
may be true, but it's still not going to counteract
no.
the outrageous price you're charging for the
This
room.
is
Oh no,
true.
it's not. I'm just saying like that would be like you'd be spending
I
a
would
couple
I
silver
would go
there.
to a small town along the main path and just make a very expensive, very fancy featherbed hotel. And then just charge an outrageous amount for the rooms, and people will pay it because they're traveling along, the main road, and it's the best place to stay. You don't have to stay on a fucking straw mat on the floor. Like a feather bed with a nice bar and everything would be a nice relief from the road. And that's what I would do.
But what if
I'd,
they want to
I'd run a
have
hotel
their?
like that.
Who are they gonna fight though when they want a tavern brawl?
You don't have it. I mean, you don't have a tavern brawl in a nice
What do you
hotel.
mean you don't have a tavern?
They're gonna
brawl?
want that.
In a
That's
nice
a
hotel.
feature.
There's a tavern brawl in every place.
Like
Well, you know what? The tavern
they're gonna be
can
looking for a tavern brawl.
So the tavern can be attached to the hotel by a hallway. that is kind of exterior that can easily be extinguished if it burns down, and then you just rebuild the tavern.
I think you just have to pay off like a thug or two a day to pick a fight with adventurers every time
That's
they come in.
possible. I mean,
Just thuggery.
there's a
Yeah.
lot of possibilities. I'm just saying, I would be a tavern owner. That's or like an innkeeper / tavern. Like I'd have an inn and a tavern there. I would own something fancy.
Would you have room for a shady vendor to come
No,
by?
no. No, your kind would not be welcome. You would be welcome at Morty's.
You're gonna be cutting your income. They're not gonna want to visit a place that doesn't have a shady vendor.
No, they would go to Morty's. You're talking Morty's right now. No, trough of ale is what you'd be doing. You're not coming up in Rick's place of business, where it's nice and we got
Can't go to
juices.
Rick's.
Got juices.
Why do you
We've
have
got
juices?
juice
All kinds of
because
juice.
everyone wants juice, grapefruit juice,
Oh,
instead
man.
of a trough of ale.
Yeah,
and
some
you
juices,
get some
yeah.
juice.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I was super religious in that game. All right, Lindsay.
Well, I'm terrible and I've never played.
That's fine.
So I kind of picked Rick's brain a little bit, but I, the girly girl that I am, would do like the monthly clothing line business where you send out like 10, 20 outfits and they return what they don't want. And then they send them all back next month and you send them new stuff.
What happens if they don't send them back?
Well, I'll hunt
But
them
they're
down.
adventurers. They're not gonna send anything
They're
back.
not going to send anything
I
back. They are literally going to fleece you for everything
Well,
you
I'd have
have.
the shady pawn shop owner go find them.
Now, that is actually a good idea.
Yeah.
'Cause he's got connections.
Yes.
And he probably already sold them cursed items anyway.
Oh no! My connections would be I get like other adventurers in my pocket, eventually, and send them off on other adventurers, and just
You just like continue the cycle of like, so they would steal from her, and then you would send another group of adventurers to kill those adventurers.
yeah.
And then
adventurers like quests.
so the only problem with dealing with the shady guy is he's just gonna the adventurers that he sends out to kill the adventurers that stole from you are just going to keep whatever they steal from the adventurers that they just killed.
No. If
Well,
she's paying insurance money every month.
She was also looking at like learning some magic, and like being able to just switch the outfit every month that they already bought.
Just
Wait, what-
bam, Emperor's
Yeah,
new
snap
clothes.
it.
What was your
Right.
what was
Right.
your degree again?
Forensic science.
You could be the most efficient guard ever. You can solve. They don't know science. You would solve all the crime.
She definitely would be, because guards are, as we said, completely ignorant all the time.
They dumb. Except for Percy. He's a good man.
No, Percy's ignorant too, but really nice, and we like him.
No.
But he's not a smart guy.
He is a very smart man.
All right, well, that's Abraham's view. It's not other Abraham's view, because Ab's name is Abraham.
Yeah, no, it's
just
not.
saying. But
Basically, yeah, the clothing business would work as long as you're not supplying to heroes.
All right.
yeah.
No.
Well, and also, I mean, like, if you made a business where you sell clothes to someone, and then every month you use magic to update those clothes you already sold them to fit the fashion, now you're talking about a business.
Better yet, charm them so they can't take those clothes off. And if they don't keep up their monthly payments, you make them smaller.
So those are curses.
Then you literally crush them until they're dead.
Those are
Yes.
curses, and you'd have to be a witch to do that. And that's also a good way to make money.
Yeah. So that's what we were talking about, and she already seems a little bit like a witch sometimes anyway. So,
Depends on the day.
Peter?
I don't know, man. Been trying to think.
Pete's
this
like,
whole
I'm
time.
gonna run the apothecary.
Yeah,
They got the
yeah.
herbs, right?
No, I'd probably just live out in the woods, you know. Just live.
You're
not
like
really
the
have a
crazy
job.
old man, like
like a
that
hermit.
the
or something.
adventurers like stumble across, and you send them on like some sort of wild goose chase quest. Go find me the mushroom at the top of the mountain.
Oh, and
Made up.
they return with the mushroom, and you're like, all right, and you toss in a bag just full of those mushrooms.
Yep.
I just think it's funny that the question is, what business would you run? And Pete is like, I'd live out in the woods by myself.
I probably wouldn't run a business because you don't have to.
You could be a
just-
logger.
You just live, you know. Do
You
whatever
could be
you
a
need
lumberjack.
To live. Yeah, lumberjack. No, probably not. Probably not.
No, probably wouldn't have anything to do with business. I'd just Ted Kaczynski it.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but yeah,
You could be
whatever
somebody
that is.
You could
He's the
be. I could
Unabomber.
hire you as
Oh,
my
he's the
I'm a shady
Unabomber,
vendor.
thanks.
I could hire you to follow adventurers around because adventurers kill people all the time, and you strip
Yeah, yeah.
and they don't. They leave a lot of valuables behind, like clothes and like maybe armor, and you strip
Yeah.
all the dead bodies that they leave behind,
Yeah, I could go loot everything.
and then I resell it.
Yeah.
He's just a
Well,
looter.
yeah, he's trying to get me to sell all this shit that he doesn't want to go take.
So Pete basically runs like Serenity,
I don't know what that is either, but yeah.
like in Firefly.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if we were
like
talking
he's
about
just
Firefly.
he's
or...
Oh,
just
they,
a
like-
salvager.
They okay, so
Like he
sure.
finds stuff that is broken out in the universe and then comes and sells it.
But see,
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. I feel like what Pete's saying is he just wants to be out in the woods, and
Yeah, I think
if
that-
something like stumbles his way,
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I could be a mercenary one day, or you know. just
As long
hang
as you
out.
have a quest in your pocket, because like if adventurers
So
come to you,
Pete just
they might
wants to
murder
be
you
by
if you don't have a
himself.
quest for them.
he's like, I don't want to deal with all these people.
It really depends if I'm born in the D&D universe or if I'm just thrown into it.
No, you'd be born there, is what we're saying.
Oh, then I'd
like-
probably be some sort of a soldier, probably.
A
So-
town guard.
No, you'd
no,
obviously
not a
be
town
born.
guard. Just
'Cause
that'd be
I-
fucking stupid.
Well, I'd have to bribe you or have you murdered.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
All right, man.
That's all I got.
I would run a furniture repair business.
That's a
Because
sensible choice.
Would you have a bunch of wicker chairs?
fuck yes, I would.
Did your wicker chair get burned up? Come to Casey's Wicker Chair Emporium.
We got wicker! Wicker, 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 wicker. Have you seen the Wicker Man? We don't have that, but we got this wicker chair and a wicker couch.
The adventurers
I'll
come
put
to you.
bees in it if you want.
The adventurers start to fight your tavern and destroy all your tables and bar stools. Well, we got bar stools and we got tables.
They're all made out of wicker, though. Really
It's all
Very
wicker.
flammable. Warning: all furniture is made of wicker and very flammable.
Very uncomfortable too.
This makes no sense to anybody who hasn't listened to Travels.
No.
But no, like if you think about it, adventurers are constantly like getting into tavern brawls.
Yeah, destroying furniture.
like furniture, like buildings, like anything they come across, burning down libraries. Like it's a
Yeah.
whole situation. So I mean,
throwing rocks through windows and destroying things.
so yeah, like a furniture or like maybe just a construction business, like where you can just repair or
Yeah.
just repair things constantly. It's great.
Yeah, a repair business wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yep. The other good one would be like Undertaker would probably be a solid profession.
That wouldn't
Probably,
be a bad bad choice.
I mean,
Work
nobody's
as a
going to be
medical
buying
examiner.
you any beers, that's for sure. But you know,
But I'll be able to put the shady vendor in like a pine box.
Oh, no,
until
no.
he gets resurrected again.
no, I mean,
And-
like
Yeah.
if you're going to be I'll be buying like I'll have you like when you have to bury people, you can loot everything they have on them and sell it to me.
Carlos, you are going to die so quickly.
He will die. Us three will be us.
Casey,
four
grave
will be
robbers
okay.
can't make that much money. But if you start selling stuff that they're being buried with, I'm
We'll
just
be
saying,
okay. Like Pete's gonna be out in the woods by himself, just not doing anything.
Till he gets
Yep.
eaten by an owl.
You're
bear.
gonna be making bank. I'm gonna be making bank, and she's gonna be like,
Murdering people with clothing.
yeah, yeah, actually,
No, yeah,
partially,
Casey's,
but also keeping them fashionable.
Casey's pretty right though. Like I will have to be making a lot of money, just because I'm gonna have like be paying the church to have a resurrection spell on hand for when I get killed.
For when
Yeah.
he like the like he gets
When I
in-
go too far.
No, you're definitely
Which
gonna
is
get murdered
every
a few
time.
times. You'll get brought back to life, but you'll get murdered a few times for sure.
Yeah, but I'll have a massive profit margin still.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like that's a
That's
1,000
dangerous.
gold every time you need to get resurrected.
Only if you go
Yeah,
with like the
and that's
more expensive
also-
stuff.
That's also like a very like back and forth business. Like,
Could
you need
always
to be
do
careful.
could always do reincarnation, come back as a different race. Nobody will know.
What if they banish you to another dimension?
Oh, that would be unfortunate. Then I'd start over all fresh again, though, because nobody will know me.
He'd have
He
to
has an
start
answer
up,
for everything, doesn't he?
but he'd have to start a business again.
Yeah, but his business is stealing something from somebody and selling it to somebody
Stealing?
else.
No, I'd be buying their goods that they're selling at like a very low cost, and then reselling stuff at a massive profit margin to adventurers.
Every time he talks about it, I feel like he's Pawn Stars.
Yeah,
Like he's just running Pawn
oh
Stars.
no, like
Stars.
their style of like buying and selling is the way to go.
Yeah.
Like it's really unethical
This is
sometimes.
the original Michelangelo. It's worth, $3 million. Give you $50.
Yeah, the best I can do is 1,500. Maybe 14.
And then
So I'll give
when
you
they
that.
throw in your life, you just double that, and you still are making a lot.
Carlos, when they threaten your life and then you double the, you're like, well, okay, I'll give you this, but I can't go any higher. And they're like, well, no, it's really worth this. And then you're like, well, I can't do that. They're just going to stab you and take your money.
Nobody knows what stuff's worth. They're adventurers.
They have a book.
They don't have a book. Oh, you're talking about that? No, they don't read that. I know players. They don't read that stuff at all.
All right. Well, I think we should get the hell out of here.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go.
All right, guys, thanks for tuning in this week. If you'd like to support us, head over to patreon.com/BlindNewsStudios and become a patron today. If you have any questions, comments, show ideas, what have you, go ahead and shoot us an email at feedback@blindnewsstudios.com. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/blindnewsstudios. You can follow us on Twitter at blind_ninja. And you can find us on Twitch at twitch.tv/blindnewsstudios. Live shows every Sunday and Monday currently. And I'll see you guys next week.
Bye.